Rountree is getting rolled up and smoked this Saturday. I did the research, I rewatched the tape, and I read the Book of Five Rings. Boys, this is the reality of UFC 320. I'm not talking about the title fights, I'm talking about the people's main event. Jiri Prochazka versus Khalil Rountree Jr. I'm going to read aloud one of my favorite passages from the great Ronin himself in regards to the battlefield and its outcomes. Jiri Prochazka by KO, dog. I think you're going to see Khalil Rountree get melted in this fight. I don't think it's going to be a one shot that puts him down. I mean, if there's one thing Khalil showed in that Pereira fight, it's that he does have that dog in him, but so does Jiri. And the problem is, Yuri's dog is a wolf, and that wolf has autism and a katana. I think it'll be competitive to start, but as the minutes pass and we cruise deeper into the second and maybe third round if we get there, Jiri is going to break Khalil down systematically. I had PRK eye surgery last week, so I've unironically spent several days in a dark room considering this. You can call it meditation, you could call it a vision I had while high on painkillers. The outcome is the same. Jiri Prochazka is this weekend's bet. We are unloading the clip on this money line. I love Jiri at these odds. I realize a lot of people are on the fence about this fight, and I can see why. It's light heavyweight MMA. Khalil Rountree is a beast in his own right. These are big boys in 4-ounce gloves. But guys, I'm telling you, Khalil's resume has more holes in it than a piece of Swiss cheese. Who has Khalil beat? I mean, other than Jamahal, which is a great win, I will grant. Who the has he beat? His next best win is what? Anthony Smith? I mean, on paper, that's a great win, but in reality, brother, he is a turtle in a tree.
Have you seen a turtle in a tree? Somebody put him there. He didn't climb the tree, but he's on the...
Looking through his resume, genuinely, I would argue his best win outside of Hill is Dustin Jacoby. You know, maybe you say it's Modestas Bukauskas. Either way, against the current light heavyweight top 15, he is 1-2. So how the is he ranked 4? I'm not trying to be a hater. Khalil has a sick fight style. I just don't understand how this dude's ranked 4. I feel like Khalil Rountree gets a lot of credit for overperforming against Alex Pereira. And I get that. I didn't think he would do as well as he did either, but people act like that fight was a back and forth war where he just barely lost by split decision or something. Bro, he got brutalized. The total strike numbers at the end of it were 2-1 for Pereira. Where's Khalil's win over a Jan Blachowicz, over an Alexander Rakic? And that's the thing, boys. I don't think he would beat all those guys. I mean, Jiri did lose to Alex twice, but at least he has wins over 4 guys in the top 10. I think if you put Khalil through the resume that Jiri Prochazka has, he would beat some of those guys, and he'd lose to others. And mind you, that 5-win streak easily could have been chopped in half. I thought he lost to Dustin Jacoby, which isn't really the point of this video, but if you can arguably win or lose to a guy that struggled to stay in the rankings, I don't think you're going to do well against Jiri Prochazka. I just don't. Because here's the deal about Jiri Prochazka. Win or lose, this guy is allergic to the scorecards. He's had 37 professional fights. He's gone to the scorecards twice, and never in the UFC. You have to put this guy out or choke him out if you're going to beat him. And that's really fucking hard to do. It's gonna take someone with serious stopping power like Poatan to get him out of there. Or I suppose a serious submission threat. But this is not Poatan we're talking about here. I think a lot of fans, as well as the commentary, seem to have this misunderstanding of how power works. Every guy with a bodybuilding physique must have crazy power. It's just not true. They do the same thing with Paulo Costa. They always talk about his crazy power, but he just doesn't actually flatline people. A lot of what goes into a flatline KO, there's the power aspect, but it's also precision. Hitting that button, hitting them with a shot they don't actually see coming. And Khalil has not displayed having some crazy, ungodly power for the 205-pound decision. We've seen guys like Dustin Jacoby eat shots from him and not really get wobbled. It took till the 3rd round for him to put Anthony Smith on skates, and yeah, he got him on chicken legs, but he didn't turn that switch off. The last time Khalil Rountree properly KO'd someone, it was over my boy Paul Craig. And no, I have not forgiven him for standing over Paul Craig's lifeless body and aura farming. But guys, I don't hate Khalil Rountree. If anything, I'm a fanboy of Jiri. I know I'm gonna get that label in the comments. My question to you is, how are you not a fan of Jiri Prochazka? If you just like Khalil better, I can respect that. But how are you not a Jiri fan? This guy never goes to the scorecards, and I can confirm from meeting him in Japan last year that he's a really nice guy. And on top of that, he's gigantic. If you don't like Jiri Prochazka, I honestly question if you even like fun. Like, are you actually an MMA fan, or are you just some contrarian because you're a hardcore and knockouts are for casuals? So call me Mr. Casual, because I'm very excited about this striker versus striker matchup. And this could hit the ground. I would feel very good about Jiri's chances there. If he could hang in there with Glover on the ground, I don't think Khalil is going to pose a threat. But I've seen it time and time again. Jiri really doesn't shoot a lot of takedowns without getting rocked. So barring a Rountree hook clipping him, I think this fight will stay on the feet, at least until someone gets hurt. Looking at their mutual opponents, they've both fought Alex Pereira. Jiri fought him twice, and they both lost to Alex Pereira. Jiri lost twice. I bet on Poatan in all three of those fights, by the way. Shamma. And when Jiri delivers this highlight reel knockout on Saturday, I might even throw my winnings on Poatan, if I'm drunk enough. If any of my friends in real life are watching this, someone please stop me. That's a terrible idea. Khalil went to the scorecards with Hill. Jiri got him out of there in the third round, just like Khalil did to Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith on short notice in 2023, late 2023. How long do y'all reckon late career Anthony Smith would have lasted with Jiri Prochazka? I can tell you it wouldn't have taken 3 rounds for him to get TKO'd. Oddly enough, I feel like Johnny Walker is maybe the most similar fighter that Khalil's actually faced, and that's just because of how weird these two guys are. And look what happened when he fought Johnny Walker. And I'll grant this is an old fight. That's a young Johnny Walker too. And he elbowed Khalil into another dimension. If and when Khalil starts winning that fight on the outside in round 1, Jiri's not going to play that game with him, just trading jabs and teeps and throwing leg kicks. No, he's gonna tiz him forward into the void with his hands down, going like, throwing weird shit. Jiri's relentless pressure mixed with his unorthodox striking will overwhelm Khalil, just like it has so many other fighters. So that's my prediction, boys. Jiri Prochazka by knockout. I'm taking the straight money line. I'm just not a big prop better, and hell, you never know when Jiri's gonna bust out a submission, but I imagine it will be a knockout within the limits of those 3 rounds. Say what you will, but I put my money where my mouth is. That's why I slammed the Jiri money line. And if you think that's my only betting slip, you are mistaken. So as always, thank you for watching, and until next time, let's go for that.
What we do here is go back.
Check Republic, motherfucker!